Hey guys, how are you doing today? Are you trying to find high value clientele, but you're struggling with getting in touch with them or finding where they at? There's so many people out there on social media. Well, if that's you, then you're in the right place. In this video, you're going to learn how to gain high value clientele with the least amount of hassle. I just want you to know, guys, building your clientele does not have to be like this huge headache, okay? There is a step-by-step, there's 5 easy tips that I'm going to share with you today that I hope you gain your high value clientele. So stay tuned. All right, here we go. Here are the 5 secrets to building high value clientele without the hassle. Number 1, first of all, go to your social media, okay? Find people that you're like, ooh, I think I could do her hair, or ooh, I need to do her hair. And follow them. Think of people that you may want to service. Follow them. See what they like. Learn what they like. That's what the marketers do. How do you think the stuff that you want comes up on the social media all the time? It's because somebody is watching you. Now, they have the tools and the techniques, but we as beginning stylists may not have all of those things in place where we could just learn and get the search engine up and learn the analytics and know exactly where they're searching. So in order to do that, in order to gain a high value clientele, what you do is you go on there and search for people that you would like to service, see what their lifestyle is like. Little do you know, there's so many times that I've gone on and I've seen people who I would service and I've seen like a hair complaint in their comments or something, or they're talking about what they hate about hairstylists. That is the perfect opportunity for you to dive in and say, hey, I love your hair. You have beautiful hair. If you'd like to try me out, check out my page, things like that. So follow those people, because if you're following them, they might follow you back. And in that way, they're going to be able to see your work. And as long as you're staying consistent in your posting, they may be coming into you. And that's how you build an audience of people who want to invest in your services anyway. Okay? All right. You get that? Tip number 1, be sure to go and follow those people that you think that you want to service or that you know you are interested in servicing. Number 2, be sure that you're learning about these people. Be curious. Be curious. Don't just assume like, oh, she need her hair done. And be curious. You want to know about their income. You want to know if they regularly go get their hair done. You want to understand this person that you're going to invite, that you're going to be following and liking their pictures. Make sure that they lead the lifestyle that you like. Make sure that they do some of the things that so you know before they even get in your chair, you'll know if you guys have conversations to have. And you really want to service people that you're like-minded with. So be sure to be curious about this client. Learn what you can about them as far as their social media. There's all kind of things out there. See if you can tell if they got natural hair. You can tell if they like dreadlocks. You can tell if they wear silk presses regularly. There's so much out there right now. Take advantage of it. I know it feels like you're snooping, but they do it to us. So you have to do, as a business owner, it is your job to understand your client. And that is how you do it. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move into number 3 here. Okay. Number 3. Do the people that you're looking at, do the people that are coming to you, do they get the type of styles that you enjoy doing? I can't express enough. If this person is getting dressed and you're like, oh, I want to do their hair because I want to give them a silk press, you're not about to change your complete style. But if they're getting a silk press already and they're like, and you can see in their comments that their hair is greasy or heavy, and you know that there's a way that you can add value to them, you're not trying to tell them to come to you. All you're doing is placing your content in front of them. You're giving them an opportunity to receive the service from you so that their hair could be light and flowing. You don't have to say anything to them. Your work should speak for itself. So be sure that that the type of person that you're reaching out to and the type of the people that you're following and picking up in your audience are people that that fit the bill, that that you can tell the type of things that they do. They're interested in the style. They wear the type of styles that you actually service. They do maybe micro links, or you could tell that they switch it up sometimes, and you can understand that is your type of client. But it's really important to know that ideal client is like the number 1 thing in marketing. If you don't know who you're marketing to, it's very difficult to get it in front of the right audience. So understanding that is important. And that's what we're doing right now. It's understanding your ideal client so that you can put the stuff in the information that you need in front of them that they need. You see it. Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't. I'm going to say it again. You can put the information in front of them that they may need, they don't even know that they need. Maybe they do need scalp care and you don't want to be like, hey, you need a scalp treatment, but you do scalp treatments and you're going to follow them and they can see you do the scalp treatments. They can see the steam and they're like, oh, I'm interested in this. They start double tapping your pictures. You got them hooked. Make sure that you're speaking to your ideal audience, okay? All right. So tip number 4, as you're looking through their social media and as you're talking to these people, guys, can they afford your prices? Do you know their bank accounts? I'm not saying that you do. I'm not saying that you do, but you know when somebody can afford what your services. You do. Y'all know you do. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell. You know you can tell by the car they drive. You can tell. And I'm not saying that everybody wear their money. That's not what I'm saying. But most people are walk around with what they can afford. They're definitely wearing what they can afford, because that's, and you want to see that. You want to know that they invest in services. They care about the way they look. Because if they don't care about the way they look, what they coming to you for? I just know when I'm in business, and in order to be successful, I need to know the people that I'm talking to. Before I knew my ideal client, I was wasting tons of time talking to people who couldn't even afford my services because I didn't understand what my ideal client was. It is important as a stylist for you to understand that. You start servicing everybody. I know we do that in the beginning, but when you want to become a master stylist, when you want to niche down, when you want to become an expert in your field, you begin to recognize that you don't do every single service. You do the services that you're great at, that you specialize in, and that can really help you live the lifestyle that you want to lead as a hairstylist. Okay. The last thing I want to say about choosing and getting high value clientele and understanding how to do that is to be sure that you do research on your client. Okay. Make sure that you know as much. And when a client calls you and they're trying to invest in your services, look them up. They looked you up. They know about you. Look them up. Do the same thing that they're doing for you, because as a stylist, it helps you choose the clients that you want to sit in your seat. It helps you restructure your business and focus your business so that your business isn't thriving based off of who comes to you. It's based off of who you choose and what clients that you're going to be serviced. You begin to take control of your career as a stylist. Okay. It's so important. And I'm so glad that we had this conversation today, because today we talked about the 5 ways that you can build high clientele and what you need to do in order to get those clients coming in and seeing you on your social media and talking to you. You want to make sure that, let's recap, you want to make sure that you go to the social media and follow some of those people that you would like to service. Tell them that their hair is beautiful, and make sure that they get engaged with them and see if they end up following you back. And that way they can see your content as well. If their stylist isn't available, they can use you as a second person. And that's your opportunity. I'm telling you, it is. Hairstylists, clients need to find. Some clients don't know exactly who they want to go to, and if you're putting your stuff out there in front of them and you're helping them with a problem or a solution, you have a solution to their problems, that is what you want to do. You want to find the clients that are right for you. And there are a lot of clients out here who are unhappy with their stylist and don't know where to turn. You can be that option, but it's not a pushy thing. It is being the best option, and you want to make sure you present yourself in that way. Okay. All right. So go to the social media. Find the clients that you want to service, number 1. Number 2, be sure to learn as much as you can about these clients, okay? Go through their social media and make sure you know. Make sure you know, number 3, that they get the types of services that you want to provide for them. Make sure that if you do healthy hair, make sure they like healthy hair. If you do braids, make sure they like braids. If you all kind of things like that. If they do microlinks, make sure they like microlinks, or sew-ins, make sure they like sew-ins. That type of things, okay? Try to do a little research on them. Make sure that they can afford the services that that you offer to begin with. If you know that they're going to a stylist that offers them high value services, then follow them, because I'm gonna tell you, things happen all the time, and clients sometimes they're in the area and they need a stylist. You could be that person in another city for them. You could be that person in your city for them that they just don't know yet. But it's about the way we present ourselves in our social media, and we can do that. And then last but not least, be sure to do your research on your client. Understanding your ideal client is the thing that's going to set you apart when trying to search for high value clientele. So and to ensure you do that, be sure you as a client, as a stylist, understand what that ideal client looks like to you. Know what type of car they drive. Know how much money they make. Know what they like to do in their spare time, what magazines, if they have kids, if they're married. I know that's a lot to know about a person, but yes, that helps you know. I can tell you when you're walking down the street, if there's somebody who is like high value, like if they're walking down the street and they got like Beyonce presence, I can tell you that's not my ideal client, because I just know I don't service millionaires. Okay, I'm not that type of. I would love to. I guess if I wanted to get, but most of us aren't servicing millionaires. But if I can look at a stylist and I can tell you, oh, look, they look like a lawyer, a nurse, a doctor. Oh yeah, because they are professional women, and I service professional women, and I understand that. I understand that about professional women. They need their hair done. Okay, and they don't play about getting their hair done because they have jobs to get to, they got families to tend to, they want their husbands to see them looking good, they want people to see them looking good. So it is about understanding what your ideal client needs, and that is how you build your high value clientele. If you know a hairstylist, okay, guys, if you know somebody, if you're a hairstylist yourself, or if you know a hairstylist that is ready to generate more revenue in their salon this year, they want to exceed their revenue goals, then maybe they're struggling with it and you know it, or maybe you're struggling with it and you want to get that and you want a mentor. You want somebody who's going to be there to help you, support you in reaching and exceeding those goals. Be sure to text Scalp Care for Revenue to 330-942-1777. Scalp Care for Revenue. And we will talk. That's what all you got to do. We're going to talk, and we can talk about whether or not we're a good match, and if I can be a benefit to you, and we can work together to get you reaching those goals, because every mentor needs a mentor. Let's start. Let us do this together. I'm here to help. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Share this video with someone who you think could benefit from this information, and have a great day. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.